I'm not going to sing that, and nor will I at any point in this review. Or will I? I don't know. We'll see how this goes. So, with that, we'll go to the IMDb plot, which is really short. A horror reimagining of the famous tale, Mary Had a Little Lamb. Wow, what a shocker. Um, anyway, yeah, so here we are with, yeah, Mary Had a Little Lamb. Uh, Not too long ago, they released news of two horror movies based on nursery rhyme. This one and Three Blind Mice, and yeah, it caught a little bit of a buzz. Lots of people were like, "What was going on here?" Horror seems to be ruining lots of your childhood. Um, from now, Mary Had a Little Lamb and Three Blind Mice, and before we recently just got Winnie the Pooh. So horror just going all the way and destroying everything in its path. But yeah, okay, so why not? So here we are, and I don't know. I guess because of that little bit of buzz that I got is the reason why I had to see it and see what's going on here, and to see what exactly they do or did. Um, and I guess to give you guys a little feedback on it. I don't know what the expectation is going to be for this. No offense to it, but I'm guessing uh, probably not huge expectations, but we'll probably draw a crowd just because of the title. So with that, the basic story here, because they tell you nothing in this plot here, is that there's a podcast, and basically, they do these kind of horror ghost kind of stories and whatever, so forth. And they're looking for a new one. So they've hired a new girl. She's there to research and find things out. So she finds a story about some people disappearing in the woods. And they obviously want to then find more details about what is going on here. So they decide, like always, which is always a bad idea, but to go out into the woods and see if they can see what's going on here and find out why people are disappearing and so forth. Doesn't seem like a smart idea, but let's do it. And all in the name of having a horror movie. So uh, they're going to go out here, and I should say, not all young people here. There are a couple others that are a little bit older than the standard young people that we get. But anyway, they go out in the woods, pull over, go on an investigation, and find Mary. What a shocker. So they find Mary. Mary is obviously a little strange. The audience will already have gotten an introduction to Mary and see a little bit of her strangeness. And with that, we'll also get a sneak peek of her little lamb and know that what to expect there. So, unfortunately, these podcasters people do not know what to expect or what is happening, and it is not going to be good for them. Um, you know, New movie and everything. I don't know that I have to be totally spoiler free. I think it is what you expect, and definitely once you start watching it, you're gonna know, the kind of horror. And as a matter of fact, while I was watching this, I was kind of just thinking about it, and I'm like, this is just, again, how many horror movies have we seen where you can just maybe just move a piece here or there, where it's just send a group of people, usually young people, whatever, to a location, usually a cabin, a house, whatever, in a secluded area, and then just have whatever crazy person come and kill them. I mean, we've seen uh, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You've obviously seen Jason. Yeah, Victor Crowley. Like just whether they for whatever reason they're there, and you just see throw people at this house just to be slaughtered. And kind of as this movie's kind of unfolding, I'm thinking, okay, it has Mary Had a Little Lamb. That's the kind of draw, and we're seeing this lamb-like person now killing people, but you could just subtract them out and insert, whatever else. So, again, that kind of goes back to the fact that the main draw here is that it is Mary, and Mary had a little lamb, and we're seeing this weird lamb-like person go and kill people. So, um, that's everything to what you'd expect from this movie and kind of where we're going to go here. Um, I think there's a moment or two where you're going to see, besides that overall whole thing that I just painted there, a scene or two that are also going to remind you of maybe one of those other movies that I just mentioned. Um, but yeah, it is going to slowly draw you in, kind of, introduce you to the group, get the group there. One of them is going to kind of get more involved with Mary and kind of, see her weirdness, and you're going to learn a little bit about Mary and where this lamb came from. And definitely not a nursery rhyme, not a good nursery rhyme. Her story, at least, and why the lamb is there and what happened to her. Not a good story, and not a story to tell at bedtime. Um, and then you're going to get, what horror fans have come to see, this crazy lamb killing people. I'm all for blood and guts. It did have some moments of that. That was fun. Um, I overall think that most of the effects seem to be practical. Um, I'm not going to say all went probably as planned or as they wanted shown. There was, I don't know, one or two that seemed a little weird, or just the way they shot it, or I don't know. There's just something a little off. I'm guessing this was a pretty, a lower budget affair, so I'm sure they tried to do what they could with what they had. Um, but at least you get the gist of it. You do get to see the lamb. You get to see them chase people with, a couple of different weapons, and you will get to see some blood. Maybe hoping for a little bit more than they actually end up showing. And, I'm not going to say every death seemed that clean cut, but, you know, I don't know. Again, it's all for your expectations of this, of, what you were going to see here. Um, the acting surprisingly was okay. It wasn't so bad that you just wanted to turn it off or just really needed them to die really quickly. So it was all right in that respect. Um, but yeah, I guess at the end of the day, to pull everything back, you're basically going to end up seeing a guy with a lamb. It was a pretty good lamb-like face or whatever. It's not a mask, not like like Jason hockey mask, in front. He tried to look as fairly like a lamb as could be, and then with a person's body. And I was kind of thinking about it, and I don't know if I looked close enough to see, his hands to see if he was really had like lamb hands, because then in that case he wouldn't be carrying weapons, or he had people hands. So I guess they didn't go that far into it. I guess he had just like lamb. I don't know. I guess am I getting too detailed and you want to file a major complaint there? I don't know. Whatever. Um, so I guess half lamb, half person, whatever. Um, but yeah, it looked pretty lamb-like, I would say. It's not pull a lamb mask over him. Um, it is as real as I guess you're gonna get here. So we can also give it credit for that. So yeah, so it is that time of year. October is here, and if you just want something new and it just another something new that you haven't seen, but as you watch it, you'll realize you have seen it, but you're just gonna see a bunch of people die, whatever, and you may not have seen a person lamb that looks like a lamb kill people. So at least you got that. So with that, I'm giving it two pools of blood. It is what it is. Um, and I guess that's it. You're gonna see want to watch the lamb kill people, and that's the basics of it. So I wish it could have been a little bit more bloodier than it was, and but whatever. It is another horror movie here at the end of the day. So two pools of blood, and that is out of five. Horrorgoryreviews.blogspot.com is where you can find more of my reviews, not nursery rhymes, video or written. And if you're just interested in the video reviews, obviously you can subscribe and like and do all those things that everybody wants you to do. If not, no worries. But also encourage you to check out the shorts, trying to give some people some fun with those. And any comments on those are welcome. So feel free to comment on those anywhere. Um, Twitter, Facebook, also still hanging around there, so you can find me there. And also, um, if you hit up the comment section, are you going to watch this? If you do, what are your thoughts? Or hey, is there a nursery rhyme out there that you want to see horror come and butcher and kill the characters or ruin the characters for you? Um, go for it. Let's see what rhyme you want to see, or even cartoon ruined by another horror movie. So with that, I guess I'll catch you in the next review, horror fans.